Good afternoon. I'm Brandy Cook. I'm a realtor here in Schertz, San Antonio area. Schertz Cibolo is where I kind of specialize in. I'm going to try to do a video every Friday to give some information, help people with their choices on their realtor and what to do and what to look for. The realtor is very, very important just because we're who you come to and you say, sometimes you'll ask, who do we get our loan through? And we recommend who you get insurance and your inspections. And these things will stick with you for years and after the closing, after the transaction's over. So it's so important to pick that right person for your family. Okay, and the first thing is I would ask them, I'm going to do 5 questions today, and I think maybe next week I'm going to do 5 more. But the first question is I would ask them, how many transactions did you close last year? Just because it kind of gives you a little indication of how much time they're putting into their craft. And you do want somebody that works full time. You don't want somebody who's, maybe staying at home a lot, or you want somebody who is totally committed to their craft, because in turn, they're going to be totally committed to you. And the second thing is I'm sorry, I'm reading from a thing, the questions, because I'll forget. Do you have an assistant, and how involved is that assistant? This is a really, really tricky question, because sometimes you can get a realtor, and y'all hire us, and you get a realtor that has an assistant, but you never touch the other realtor. You don't touch the realtor. The assistant handles everything. They're called transaction coordinators. Now, I personally have one, but I don't feel like you're paying my transaction coordinator to do the business for you and to interact with you. So you may not ever speak to my assistant. My assistant doesn't handle you personally in any way, because that's not who you're paying. I pay that person to do my paperwork and just a helper of sorts, not to be your realtor. You need to have your realtor be on call at all times for you, within reason, please. Okay, the next one will be, and that was number 2. The first one was, how many transactions did you close last year? And the second one was, do you have an assistant? And if you have one, how involved is that assistant? And the third one's going to be, what do you do different than other realtors that I'm going to interview? Now, a little secret is if a realtor's doing a listing, what we do is we put it in MLS, and it goes to like almost 100 different websites. Now, that's automatic. That's not something that you do outside the box. And you can say, hey, I go to different websites, almost 100 of them, but that's automatic. What do you do besides that? How do you market my property? It's also really important, I didn't put this on the list, but the communication. How often will I speak to you during this process? Because especially first-time home buyers or first-time people that are selling their homes, they need to be hand-walked a little bit more through this, and knowledge is power. Okay, I know it's been a long time. So number 4, can I have a list of numbers from previous clients for references? That's super important, and that also says, hey, I have people that are not family that are clients, and most clients end up being friends. Let me just tell you that, though. But you can give a number and say, how was the transaction? So you can ask questions that are related to you and your family and your personality to see if that coincides with what you need. And the last one, number 5, is going to be, how many transactions did you close 2 months ago? And then how many transactions did you close just a month ago, or this month, or however far you are into the month? This gives you an indication of how their work is at this point, how dedicated they are in the last couple of months. So you're kind of interviewing for the long term. Not even how long have you been doing this? How busy have you been the last year or the last 2 years? And then how busy are you the last 2 months? Because you want somebody that's consistently working. I would also suggest another one would be, how many hours a week do you work? I work 60 hours a week. There's other realtors that work 20 hours a week or 10 hours a week. You just need to judge what is good for you and what works for you. Another thing is it's really good to know this. There's almost 10,000 realtors here in the San Antonio area that are board members at SABRE, which is San Antonio Board of Realtors. And of those, only 4, I think the average, I wrote it down so I don't forget, The average realtor sells 5 homes per year, between 2 and 5 homes per year. If you think about it, I mean, if you sell between 2 and 5 homes, that's dedicating maybe 14 hours a year of work, 14 to 25. It just depends, I mean, how lengthy everything was. So you want somebody who's doing this full time, or maybe you don't. However you want to do it, it's up to you. But just so you know that. And then there's a top 4%. Now, these are stats that I got. I'm not totally sticking by them, but don't judge me for it. But these are what I found. And between 4 and 10% sell 20 and over a month. That's probably the area you want to be finding somebody in. Those people that are hitting, or not a month, I'm so sorry, 20 a year and 5 a year. Those are the people you want to be finding, those people that are hitting 20 a year, because those people are working full time. They're waking up, they're going to work, they're showing houses, they're listing houses, they're doing the transactions. You need to protect yourself. And I'm so sorry this was so long. I thought I was only going to keep it a couple of minutes. I didn't realize I was so long-winded. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to say today. And then I will talk to y'all next Friday. So y'all have a good weekend and enjoy the cool weather coming. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get out the sweatshirts and the snugglies. Okay. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. From your favorite realtor, Brandy Cook.